What about it, YouTube? All right. So, in life, there's different chapters, there's different epochs, different periods of time, and sometimes it could be referred to as in decades, like the 70s and what that means and feels like, in the 80s. And then individually, it could be whatever was happening with you, where you were living, who your friends were, where you were working. Those can be epochs too. So that those blocks of time where you spent time kind of in a routine that had an end to it. And now there's just sort of a nostalgia when you look back at whatever that epoch or chapter was. It could be owning a pet. It could be an epoch or a chapter in your life. Raising kids, different things. Different things. When things shift, though, is when you notice the end of the epoch. Usually, right when there's some kind of an end to that chapter, you get transferred, you move, you get a divorce, your dog passes away. Those are the markers in that respect of that chapter in your life ending, right? And so let me know what you feel like in the comments, please. But I feel like a lot of us, since let's just say 2020 and the whole pandemic thing, that the last 5.5 years or so has flown by. For a lot of people, it seems like that time has flown by. And when I look back at that block right there, actually, yeah, 2019-ish is about 2019, 2020 to me. It not just the decade ended, but because of the problems we had with the medical emergency, right? Health scare emergency. Uh, Everything changed. And so I think that the reason why things sped up so much and what's happening and how this epoch or this chapter is going to be defined or trying to trying to analyze it right now, what I feel like is that we are all children on Epstein's island, and that will be the definition of this epoch for the last 5.5 years ish starting. And that's because everything happens so fast with the news cycle. It's just crisis after crisis after crisis after crisis. It could be weather, it could be health related, it could be uh, foreign relations related, right? It could be tariffs, it could be economy, it could be. It's just everything. Everything is at once. Okay. Oh, tsunamis. Oh, fires. Oh, hurricanes. Oh, hang on just a minute. Let's go to starving children in Gaza, continuing wars in Ukraine, blowing up pagers in Qatar, whatever it was, or Syria, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, this is happening, that's happening. Oh, supply chain issues, inflation out the wang, um, prices on everything up, interest rates up, housing. There is no more American dream. There is no more dating market. There is no more interactions. There is no more things to do to have fun because people don't get along that way anymore. They're all on their phone interacting in a digital space. So physical spaces have become less and less, right? There's no, and plus with the constant gaslighting of the world around us, how do you have fun, right? How do you kick back? Like, how do you go enjoy a vacation and just let everything go when it's when you're in the middle of this trauma, uh, constant trauma and Gaslighting. So children who got caught up with Epstein and were, as a child, you're forced to trust those who are adults. Trust them to take good care of you as a child. When they betray that trust, that induces trauma. And some of those children don't make it in life. They become wrecked or suicidal or whatever, right? But now, literally, we are living through that. We are living through every kind of trauma, not just chomo trauma, but that's part of it going on right now too. We are having to soak up. There's no resolution to anything. That's what I need to say is all this gaslighting, all these fireballs of stuff coming out in the news. Nothing makes any sense. How did like no trees burn down in Paradise, California, right? How did certain things happen? There's no resolution. How did two towers fall into the path of most resistance? Yeah, there's no resolution to anything. So that one goes back even further. But what I'm saying is we have like a 9/11 type, right? Not that there's been a resolution on that, but now it's these open wounds on the body politic. And that's who is, as us being adults, that's who we rely on to take care of us, right? Like children rely on adults to take care of them. We rely on our institutions and the social contract. We rely on that. We rely on that to provide a high trust society and to provide our safety and the pursuit of happiness and goodwill to men and all that. We have to have that top down. We can't have them betraying us, right? Like we're all on Lolita Express and we can't get off. We're just stuck in the fetal position, shaking from the trauma. Our adrenal glands are burned out. We have adrenal burnout. It's just right. So how do you have fun? How do you let loose? How do you go do anything? And then no one trusts each other anyway. We're in a super low trust society as far as pair bonding and everything else goes. So it's the worst of all things at once. And I just feel like that's what this epoch is being defined as. Like there is no moral figure or wing or something of some institution somewhere, right? Trust the plan is all a lie, right? Operation Trust from back in the Soviet days. There is nothing. There is no white knights. There is nobody. It's all been replaced. It's all Zog. And it's all been replaced. And now it's just full on Zog. Adrenal burnout. And we've got to have healing. We've got to cut out this cancer. So, or what? Going back to these different epochs, y'all missed out on some different times that were not like this. The 70s, that epoch. The 80s, that epoch. The mood in the country, the mood of America, the patriotism, 1776, 1976 bicentennial. Even with the fake and until proven gay 9/11, it was all about, glad to be an American, proud to be an American, right? So this is a new thing. Having zero trust in your government, watching your president openly be a pedo, watching him openly talking about letting Ghislaine out, watching all of the nonsense and corruption and just all of it, all the talk about AI and robots and losing your jobs and And there's nothing going on that brings hope. There's nothing going on that brings like, oh yeah, America is strong and things are going to be good. And yeah, other than Trump's narcissist rhetoric of we're entering a golden age. You feel like this is a golden age? Do you feel like that? All right, let me know in the comments. God bless. And yeah, isn't it fun being on Epstein's Island?